looking for something.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a get ready with me in collaboration with Swarovski. The jewelry that I have on in this video is from them. Guys, this pendant, mado. I don't have a lot of silver jewelry and I was really excited when I got this one. And what I love about this one is that the chain is not too short and it's not too long. So if I want this lower, it can actually go lower than it is right now. But I wanted it in this area because I think that it looks perfect here considering the neckline of my top. And then I have this bracelet here from them. You guys already saw this in the intro. This one is a mix of silver and copper. I love the fact that the silver part has the same effect that the pendant has as well. I think that this is so nice. Okay, I'm very simple and very sophisticated, and considering the restaurant that I'm going to, like the ambience is like, it tends to be very formal in the evening. I like this a lot, and this is something I think that you can wear even if you're casual, not so casual, dressy, not so dressy. This pendant works. It's so me, you know, it's so minimal and so me. If you're here in Lagos and you want to get Swarovski products, you can go to their store in Ikeja City Mall. They have a very nice store there and they have a very nice display of different products, and you can also shop from their website if you're outside of Lagos. They ship nationwide. I'd say that this is soft glam, okay, and perfect for the date that I have this evening. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I created this, please keep on watching. I'm going to be doing my makeup with these. I have different makeup products that I have not used in a while. I'm going to start out by defining my brows. This is the ABH Perfect Brow Pencil in dark brown. So I have this beauty blender here from a Nigerian brand called Dimma. So it feels very soft. I'm just going to get it damp now so that by the time I'm ready to blend, it's absorbed all that water. Guys, look how much this thing doubled in size. Wow. So this is my ABH Brow Powder Duo in dark brown. I'm going to use that to fill in my brows. Going to prime my eyes now just to make sure that there's no creasing. I feel like, you know, when you do the like regular crease color, brow bone highlight color, and use a completely different color on your lid, right? That with those ones, like I feel like just to a slight degree creasing is forgivable. If you're doing any type of smoky eye where the color is kind of uniform or goes from just up to this place, like guys, you don't want any creasing because that creasing is going to create a very obvious demarcation. You don't want that at all. So please make sure that you prime like me, okay? The primer that I use is my ABH Eye Primer, by the way, in case you're wondering. Just to make sure that my eye area is uniform, I'm going to go in with a base. This is very similar to my actual skin tone. And I'm going to take a little bit of it, a little bit of it. And I'm going to just blend that into this area. If you don't have the Louise base, or you don't have any base that is almost the same color as your skin tone or just kind of matches your skin tone properly, guys, you can use the same concealer you use to define your brow bone area. You can use that for this, but this is just going to make this area look like very uniform, or just a lot more even than it did initially. Just a little bit more. There's this new restaurant that I want to check out. Guys, I feel like between, I'd say, September and now, there are just quite a few new restaurants in Lagos. I feel like there's a new restaurant in Lagos every week. But I feel like there's so many new restaurants in Lagos right now, I'm actually even struggling to keep up. I've seen one of them that does like just mainly Asian food, but then it's like very fancy. There's just quite a few of them, and I'm just like, I'm excited. Next thing you gotta do, I think that this is really key for anybody, anywhere, okay, is to set your concealer. If you've used a concealer to do all of this on your lid space, make sure you set it, because if you do not apply powder over it, okay, you're still probably going to get some creasing. There are some primers that I have used in the past that with them you don't have to do this. The MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour Extend Eye Base is one of them. Like with that, it dries clear, it dries matte. You don't have to do all of this. But then even if you use that and then go in with a concealer that kind of moves around, especially if it's a cream concealer, guys, you need to set it. And that's mainly because, guys, this area here has a lot of creasing, like when you blink. Okay, put powder in there. It prevents the product from moving around too much. So for this look, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Naughty palette. It looks like this. I think that the colors are so gorgeous. Okay, so gorgeous. And I'm going to swatch some of them just so that you guys can see. The mattes are so powdery and so soft, and they feel, what's this? This is interesting. This slippery is, I don't even know, like this shade here is very interesting because I don't really know. It's like, it feels like gel. And they're like little like round balls of like shadow in it. I'm not going to be touching this today. I already explained the look that I want to create. So that shade that I showed you guys now, I think that it's going to serve as a very good base for the really shimmery shadows. Give them something to adhere to. And Huda Beauty is one of the few makeup brands that actually does this, in my opinion. Not a lot of brands actually give you a base in a palette. Yeah, I love the way that these are swatching. Okay, so this is what the ones I swatched look like. First shade that I'll be using is this one here called Arouse, and I am going to just work this into my transition area. This is going to serve as a very good transition color. I really don't want the effect that I have with this eyeshadow to be too much. I don't want it to be too smoky. I just want it to be the way I am imagining it in my head. Okay, probably use this color mainly and then dip into the darker brown called Naughty in here. That's the plan, guys. That's the plan. Very close to my lash line, I'm going to use this shade here. It's called Naughty. I'm actually just looking at the names. I'm looking at the names of these eyeshadows and wow, Huda. Wow. Passion, Shameless, Please Me, Hypnotic, Hard, Untamed, Irresistible, Flower Power, Rough, Spicy, Arouse, Tantric, Naughty, Provocative, Desire, Juicy. Huda. So I'm going to dust this really lightly into this area here. I don't want to use a shading brush for this because I want this effect to be very light, and over it I'm going to go back in with the shade that I just used, Arouse. So going back in with Arouse, I keep saying that, I need to stop saying that. Just over that. Guys, this is pretty much it for this eyeshadow look. This is the look that I'm trying to explain to you guys that I've seen a lot of people rocking of late. If you have a deep set crease, like this will look like so good without you even doing anything. I don't have one of those, and that is the reason why when I'm doing just like one color from lid to crease, I like to just create some depth. Maybe in the outer corner, I might do that a little bit. I think that that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to set my brow bone area before I continue. This is like a nice vanilla eyeshadow. You can even use like your setting powder, your translucent setting powder for this. You just want to set this area. That's all. That's all I'm doing because I did not put setting powder there when I set my eyes earlier. So at this point, I can see the vision that I'm going for. It's just now to be a lot more precise and blend everything in properly. I think that this area pretty much looks the way that I would want it to look. I'm going to go and repeat that here. So with this brush, I'm going to go in with Naughty still. So this time around, I'm just packing that color into this area. This is just to add some depth because like I told you guys, I don't have a deep set crease. Just a little bit. So this is basically a 2 eyeshadow look, I'm telling you guys. But then the good thing about it is that you don't have to spend the amount of time that you typically spend, you know, on a smoky eye, because when you're creating a smoky eye, it takes a lot of building and layering. You start out with a very light transition color, you move on to a color that is not as dark, and then you keep going darker and darker. Guys, okay, my phone just made noise. I don't know, some scammers are calling me. I don't know where they got my number from. Every day I get all kinds of flashing because they're not calls. Your phone basically rings for 2 seconds and then it stops. Yesterday it was Berlin. Today is Cameroon. Tomorrow it will be Johannesburg. Next tomorrow, Namibia. They keep flashing you, hoping that you call them back. Guys, don't pick those calls. I don't even know where they got my number from. Yeah, I'm done with this eyeshadow look. I just realized recently that I don't have a black gel liner at the moment. I know. What am I doing? It's just that I haven't been using liners for so long, and all of a sudden I started using them again. Guys, when I used to line my eyes eyes heavily a lot, like back in the day, outside of now. When I used to line with black, I love gel liners. It just gives me more control. But then I don't have a gel liner now, so I'm just going to use my Huda Beauty. What's this liner called? It's their Life Liner. And this liner comes with, I've used this a couple of times. This is not my first time, but it comes with a liquid liner on one end, and then it comes with a pencil liner on the other end. So I'm going to start with the liquid liner first. I'm going to create a bold wing. Okay, with a fluffy brush, I'm just going to add some depth to this area and drag it in. So same shade that I used initially. This is Naughty still. Yeah, I want to emphasize my crease a lot more. Guys, just know, I know from experience that if your crease is not deep set, you can do it with eyeshadow like this. Blend out, okay, as usual. So going to apply some mascara. This one is from Huda Beauty still. This is the Legit Lashes mascara. I really like the curl and lengthen part, so the curved one. I'm going to brush my lashes upward. So by the time this video goes up, guys, Oprah's interview with Meghan and Harry should have gone up. At this stage, okay, when I'm filming this, we've just seen trailers, the interview hasn't aired. But I woke up this morning to one like crazy conversation on Twitter about the whole thing and, you know, UK publications and the kind of things that they're writing. And I'm just like, I'm tired on their behalf. Lashes. I have some foundations here, the Luminous Matte Foundations by Huda Beauty and their 4 Filter Skin Finish Stick Foundations. I'll show you guys. And there's also a face brush here. So this is what the foundation brush looks like. There's a pointy end. Okay, so the ends don't have names, but I assume that this will be good for placing products in here. And then this will be good for overall blending. Guys, I think I'm going to try the liquid foundation in this video and then try the stick foundations in another video. I was thinking to maybe contour with the stick foundations, but I don't have any shade that is dark enough for me to contour with. So I'll use the Luminous Matte Foundations. And there's this primer here. This is their Water Jelly Primer. Can you guys see? I've not really used hydrating primers like that. Okay, I have oily skin, so I tend to stay away from them. And most of the time, they're actually marketed towards people with dry to normal skin, which I do not have. I have oily to combination, or combination to oily. So I'm going to use this and I'll tell you guys what I think or how it has performed or how it feels on my skin type, okay? Just like the name, it has a very like water gel texture. What I just want to see, however, is how this will dry down. Will it dry down matte? Will it be greasy? Will it be oily? Because if that's what is going to happen, then it's going to be a problem. I'll probably have to wipe this off. My face on its own will get dewy with time. I don't need anything to make it dewy. What does this primer say though? What does it say? It says, okay, so instant dewiness, smooth finish, activated makeup grip. Okay, smooth finish and activated makeup grip I am looking forward to. Instant dewiness, not so much. And let me tell you guys, my face kind of feels a little bit tacky. Okay, a tiny little bit tacky. I just hope that I don't turn into a grease ball. But one thing I'd say, however, is that I like the fact that this is not, you know how like a mattifying primer or most matte primers like kind of dry your skin immediately, which long term isn't really good. If this will actually keep my makeup in place, but then my skin feels like this after applying it, then I'm in. I might be in between shades with this, I'm not really sure, but I'm going to start with the shade Peanut Butter Cup. This is the most similar to foundation shades that I currently own, and I'm just going to buff that in. Yeah, I think I'll use this one. Guys, one thing though, this foundation is so thick. My goodness, it is actually so thick. I don't think I've ever used like a liquid foundation that is this thick before. Ever. It's so thick. But then the good thing about this is that I can see that the coverage you get with this is insane. Like it is super duper full. And I think that just one pump with this can actually cover your whole face. Guys, look at, like, there's this like little scar bone mark thing I have. It's just already disappeared. Like, I didn't even do much and it's gone. Just like that. Wow. This shade might be a bit too dark for me. I think that next time I'm going to have to mix this with cinnamon. Let me just put 1 pump of cinnamon in here and kind of mix that in and then use that to finish everything up. But guys, this foundation is so thick. Bro, it's so thick. And so full coverage. So full coverage. I know that my face looks dark, but by the time I'm done with highlight and contour, it will look good. Trust me. It did not take me that long or that much to actually get full coverage with this. And I like the finish that I have with it. It's not sitting heavy on my skin. I'm going to figure out how to make these shades work for me, but I like this. So highlighting with my regular concealers from Flawless Ivy. So I'm going to be mixing 2 and 4. I'm going to apply 4 first and then go over it with 2. This blending sponge is doing a very good job. Like, it's blending this whole thing out like seamlessly. I love it. So this is my ABH stick foundation in Truffle. So second concealer shade, this is the FL02. Guys, this beauty blender that I just used, I think that it is by far my favorite beauty blender ever. Like, it just blended everything out, and I've been using this concealer for a while now, and I know that some beauty blenders will struggle, but this one is just like magic. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to go and buy more of these. Okay, one does not cut it. This is such a good beauty blender. Oh my gosh. My Milani pressed powder in Earth Glow. I'm going to line my waterline a little bit with black pen liner. So we're going to take this pink here, this bright pink here called Filthy. Some mascara on my bottom lashes. This is INGLOT Lash Enhancer. So blush time, this is Max Blush in Raisin. So from ABH, this is their blush trio. I'm using this brightest one here. I think it's called Desert. So lining my lips with Morphe's Trendsetter. So my lip gloss for this look is by ABH, and this one is Sweet, okay? Over that, I'm going to use a clear gloss. This is a finished look. I'd say that this is soft glam for me, you know, considering the type of like place that I'm going to, like, and I've been feeling like neutral these days. Like, I haven't been feeling like applying a lot of color. I think that gradually I'll get into color again, but I'm like, if I'm going to wear neutral, I might as well make the whole thing exciting. So I really like this look. guys enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to me if you are not yet subscribed. I'll see you guys in my next one.